people think of business in Hong Kong, they usually think about high finance. But what about high tech? In this edition of Spotlight, we look at some tech companies that have made the strategic decision to base themselves here. And it's not just because it's a good place to do business, it's a way of life. Our first stop, Cyberport, Hong Kong's leading digital technology hub. With more than 1,300 companies, large and small, it includes an incubator for fintech startups like FinFabrique. Through trial and error, it developed digital trading technology using blockchain protocols. A Cyberport motto is, "We dare to venture."
I think Cyberport was crucial for our success because as startups go along in the very early phases, it's all about experimenting and having the room to fail as well and to keep going. And a support network like Cyberport is very, very important to nurture startups.
Hong Kong offers you this great talent pool, doesn't it?
Hong Kong is fantastic in terms of talent, specifically for a firm like us. We are engaging in quantitative trading, in essentially securitization of assets. That requires deep expertise. We have a large pool that we have access to here in Hong Kong, and we hire quite actively.
Cyberport can fit into a regional business plan as well, connecting firms to the Greater Bay Area that includes the booming city of Shenzhen and beyond. The region is a manufacturing powerhouse in its own right, with 70 million consumers.
It's been a great time for startup. Because with this one belt and one road policy and the Greater Bay Area blueprint that is out there, now we get a lot of exchange and interactions between mainland and Hong Kong.
Next, we check out the Hong Kong Productivity Council, which supports public-private projects, including some for driverless vehicles, adapting robotics to new technology, hydroponics, and health and sports tech. I get to punch out this one. Then there's the Hong Kong Science and Technology Park, sharing lab facilities for budding biotech firms like Ophthalmic, which is developing a way to deliver medication inside the eye using ultrasound instead of needles.
They have a lot of research grants for startups grants and collaborative grants with local universities, connect us to investors. We have cheap office or space to rent and some other opportunities to connect. The whole Greater Bay Area is a very attractive market for us, but also for later on a production of our medical device.
Science Park is also where the European industrial giant Siemens is developing smart cities technology for things like better mobility, smarter energy use, and more efficient traffic management, using the city as a proving ground and a showcase for potential clients from around the world.
Hong Kong is the best place for smart city development. It's highly dense and very demanding. And when in Hong Kong, I think Hong Kong Science Park is I would say, preeminent cluster in terms of having a good company, mix of companies and ecosystems.
On the terrace, we check out a so-called light pole sensor that relays a wide range of data for urban management. Okay, the business model can thrive here, but what about the quality of life for the people who make it tick?
Most people in Hong Kong work very hard. Don't get me wrong. I think we do work very hard, but we do know when to relax after work.
I'm more on the outdoors. I like sports, and in Hong Kong, we have hundreds of hiking trails in the green hills around Hong Kong. You can take an hour boat ride and arrive at beautiful beaches. I go biking every weekend, bike out of the city into the country parks. It's just wonderful. I think it's part of the magic of Hong Kong.
That's all for now on Spotlight. From all of us here on the Euronews team, we say Choi Gin, see you later, and thanks for watching.